Zampo and the heartiest welcome. I'm Ishe, your host, and this is Talk and Show. My guest for tonight is a opinionated girl. Please welcome Kinzang Dema. Welcome to the show, Kinzang.
Thank you so much.
Okay, hello Kinzang, how are you?
Thank you, I'm pretty good.
Okay, so Kinzang, tell us about yourself first.
Firstly, I would like to thank Talk and Show for letting me be part of your show. And then I would also like to thank Humans of Tempo. Without Humans of Tempo, my story would be still unheard and unwritten. And yeah, I'm Kinzang Dema, and I'm in my final year of studying sociology and anthropology in Ashoka University. It's in India. And yeah, that's it.
That's it. Where are you from?
I'm from Punakha, and I'm currently working as a volunteer in Kurthang Youth Center.
Okay.
I'm helping them organize a program for youths during the summer vacation. And then prior to that, I've been attending my summer courses and helping my mom.
Okay, you've been pretty busy. Okay, Kinzang, we are going through a pandemic, as you would know, right? So
Right.
I believe that every experience is a teacher. So what did you learn from this pandemic?
So this pandemic, as we all know, it has changed all of our life. Mostly it has changed our life from morning routine to our goals and priorities for life. And many people say that this pandemic has changed our world forever. But I'm hoping that this vaccine could drive down the infections and we could go back to our normal days. And as you said, every experience is a teacher. I also have learned few things. I have learned a lot, but I'll share you some things that I have learned. So when millions of people are under lockdown, when we can't go to work, when we can't go to school, and when we can't meet in public spaces, we people found ourselves in desperation. We are struggling at home, we are fighting from home, and some are dying in similar situation. During this moment of existential danger, we instinctively wish to be with our close families or friends. Now we can no longer be with them. During this period, I have come to realize that family and friends matter to us more than we have realized. Most of the people, we don't appreciate when we are together with them. Only when we cannot be with them, we realize them. So, and one thing that I have learned is we have the capability of resilience. This pandemic has changed our life, as I said, and when it has changed our life, people, they try practice various ways, variety of ways to adapt this new setting of life, the new work plannings, the new socializing procedures. So I feel like we humans or we people can come through, recover all the problems and difficulties in life. So I have learned that we have that capability of resilience. And then the very basic thing I have learned is face masks. This can do a lot. It can save lives. So that's it.
Okay, 3 lovely lessons from Kinzang Dema.
Thank you.
Okay, Kinzang. The next segment, it is called True or False. So in this segment, I'm going to give you some statements and you have to show me whether it's true or false according to you using that prop. Please take the prop. Okay, are you ready to go?
Which side is this side?
Yeah,
is
this
true.
is true and this is false. Yeah, are you ready to go?
Yeah, let's.
Okay, let's go. Number 1, something made me happy today.
So the moment I woke up, I have a habit of checking my phone.
Okay.
So I saw a notification from my sister. She was sending me wishes. So I was really happy that I have these people around. And then and one more thing is, I love mushrooms, and the breakfast I got is mushroom. So we people has that habit of not appreciating little things.
Yeah.
For me, I really enjoy that, and I'm really happy for that because I had mushroom, and I'm happy for these little things in my life.
Yeah, was it sisishamu?
It's the tin fish, I guess. You know that?
Tin mushroom,
Yeah,
not fish. Okay.
Yeah, but for me, I love all kind of mushrooms.
Okay, me as well.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
so it's true then.
Number 2, if I could change one thing from my past, I would. One thing from your past.
I would
you
say
would.
that's false because everything that has happened to me, every little things that has happened contributes to what I am today. And I am happy for what I am and who I am today.
Yeah, I totally resonate with you because I have currently finished reading the book by Yeonmi Park. It's called In Order to Live. Have you read the book?
Oh, I
Yeonmi
have.
Park.
I
in order to
read
live.
the one with the girl with 6 names. I
7
don't-
names, I
Oh,
think.
7 names.
7
Yeah,
names.
yeah, yeah.
I'm about to read that
Yeah,
as
the
well.
North Korean
So
girl.
yeah, so in order to live by Yeonmi Park, she says that she's grateful for 2 things in her life. That number 1, that she's born in North Korea, and number 2, that she escaped from North Korea, and she would not trade that for anything, because that made her who she is today.
Yeah,
you
right,
know?
right.
So she went through a very nightmarish period. There was a really rough patch for her. There were like hardships, there were difficulties, turmoil, you name it, everything was there. But then she says that she would not trade that for anything.
Even
you know?
I wouldn't trade
Yeah.
like
So
that's
see,
what makes us
Yeah.
today.
So what we do realize is that every moment that happens in our life, every experience that we go through, that molds us into the person we are today.
Yeah, right.
Of course, when you're going through a rough patch, it's not a pleasant thing. We are not happy. It's very difficult to get out of a slump. But that makes the person you are today. A diamond, anything
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
good and precious doesn't come out easily, right? It has to go through pressure. It has to go through, hardship and difficulties. So without hardship and difficulties and without black, there is no white, right?
Yeah,
So
totally.
yeah, on similar line. So I'm so glad that you said you would not change anything from your past, because that's a quality of a wise person for
Thank
me,
you.
I think. Yeah?
Thank you
Okay,
so
Kinza.
much.
And number 3 and the final statement for the episode is, I am grateful. Are you grateful?
Yeah.
Show
I'm-
me with the thing.
Yeah.
Prop. Okay, you're grateful. Tell me 3 things that you're grateful about in your life.
First thing, I'm grateful for being here. Yeah, I'm really grateful.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
so glad then.
And then one thing I'm grateful is I'm grateful that I could see the sunlight today. When I sleep, I usually
Today
worry.
was cloudy.
No, I mean like like daylight or whatever.
Oh,
like
okay.
usually when I sleep, I had this worry in like, will I be able to wake up tomorrow?
Oh, you
know
mean
that?
you're grateful for tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
grateful that I could see the daylight today. And then one thing I'm grateful is, I'm grateful for being born as a girl. To be honest, I'm very grateful.
To be
Born
to be,
as
to be a woman, to
Yeah.
be born as a woman.
Yeah,
Why?
I'm very grateful. Like, it's not about, what people think or what, like other societal, the people say, but then, being a girl, I get that strength. When people look down on, like, there are some gender stereotypes.
yeah.
So when the more people look down on us, I get like my
That
strength from
strength,
them.
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm grateful for being born as a woman.
I'm so me as well. I mean, we are pleasant to look at. We are beautiful. We
Yeah,
are
right,
strong,
right,
and
totally.
we are, we have all these qualities, right? Yeah. Of course, men are also, equally
Yeah,
beautiful.
they also
But
have the
then
qualities,
we have
but
the
then
perks, right?
yeah.
What we don't realize is the perks of being born as a woman. There are perks. I
Yeah.
feel that as well. If we talk about that, it will like take up the whole episode. So let's cut it short, Samuel. Okay. So the third segment is called Moral of the Story. So in this segment, I would like to know 2 lessons that you've learned in your life.
The 2 lessons.
2 lessons in 21 years of Kinza Dema's life.
The 2 lessons that I have learned in the 21 years of my life is like not following the majority. I did what I loved, like, and then one is like being independent decider. I have decided things on my own. Before I depended on others, but then I realized and then I decided on my own. That's the lesson I have learned.
Okay, to be your own color, not to follow the majority, right?
yeah.
To stand out as Kinza Dema instead of being one of the crowd. And number 2 is that it's very important to take your own decisions, right? Instead of, relying on others to make decisions for you. Okay, lovely lessons, Kinza. The next segment, it is called Mystery Maze. It's a riddle segment, so I'm going to ask you 3 riddles. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you good at riddles?
To be honest, I'm not very good at it because I know some, but then some riddles. It really have to use our logicals and then
You have to think in a certain way, right?
Yeah, and I'm not sure, but let's see how it goes.
Playful smartness, I would call it playful aptitude, whatever, fun aptitude,
Yeah,
right?
let's
see. Okay, number 1. What can you hold in your right hand but not in your left hand?
That's the left elbow. I mean, the left hand or the elbow. We cannot we can hold left here, but then we cannot hold the left in its left side.
Bravo, yeah, it's the left hand. You cannot hold left hand in the left hand. You need to have two left hands for that.
Yeah,
but
right,
we are
right.
born with only one left hand, so correct. Okay, you did well. Number 2. Okay, I have a feeling that you would get this correct as well. Okay, let's try. What has teeth that cannot bite? What has teeth that cannot bite? With teeth, we can bite and we can tear, we can eat, right? But this teeth cannot bite. What is it? It's a everyday object.
It has teeth but cannot bite. Is it comb?
Yeah. Oh my God, you're really good at. Did you happen to look them up? I mean,
No.
not
like,
here, but
I have heard the other one, the elbow or the other thing,
Oh,
the
yeah.
first one, but the second
this
one
you
is.
just used your logic, your
Yeah, yeah,
playful
yeah.
logic. Okay, good.
I just had to.
Number 3. Okay, now if you got the second one correct, you should get the third one correct as well. I mean, I'm putting pressure on you,
No,
but
it's not pressure. But
okay, encouragement, right?
Yeah.
Number 3. What has many eyes but cannot see?
What is many eyes?
Many eyes but cannot see. This particular thing, it has a lot of eyes, but cannot see. What is it?
Is it something like basket? Like basket, we have a lot
Bamboo
of,
baskets?
Yeah.
You
have that
then
saying
I would
in
have
our,
to say the
like-
short, stout man with many eyes. If I were to give that riddle, I would have to say like there's a short, stout man with many eyes. Then it's bamboo basket. But this thing, it just has many eyes but cannot see.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this.
It's edible.
Eyes.
You can eat it.
You can
Eat it.
Can you give me some hint? Like I'm really
Yeah,
lost now.
That's
Something
I mean,
that
you're
we
very
can
good at
eat.
riddles, so I
Yeah,
feel like I should
something
not
that
give you a
we
lot of
can
hints.
eat.
Yeah, it's edible, and it has many eyes, but it cannot see.
Eyes. Should I go literal like iced tea or something?
No. It's the similar wavelength as that of the second riddle. What has teeth but cannot bite? It's the comb. So what has?
Eyes cannot see.
Yeah, these two has similar wavelength.
I'm not really sure. But it's something that we can eat.
Yeah, it's a very versatile vegetable. Okay, that's puree. That's it with the hints.
Some. Is that
Versatile
something on the cucumber?
vegetable.
Like cucumber, there are like black dots.
No. You're from Punakha.
Yeah.
Mito. A vegetable with mito. What is it? We call mito.
Vegetable with
Eyes.
I've never heard of
Because
it.
we say that, no? The more eyes that the vegetable has, the more it grows better. It has more likelihood of growing. Do you give up?
I'm giving up this.
You're giving up?
Yeah.
Okay, it's potato. Kiwagi mito say. We say no kiwagi mito. And if you have more eyes on the potato, it has more likelihood of growing or something like that. I don't know.
I'm hearing this for the first time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I thought it's the cucumber. You know, there are black dots on the cucumber.
But
I thought
eyes,
that's the one.
on potato, you look closely, they are like the patterns on the potato. It
Yeah,
looks
right,
very
right.
similar to
Yeah, now I
mito.
can
Eyes,
relate that.
Yeah. Kiwagi mito.
Thank you
So
for the
that's-
information that I can use next time.
I'm glad, yeah. Riddles are fun. So
Yeah,
it's
it's really.
kiwagi mito, eyes of potato. You got like 2 out of 3 correct, so that's really good. Okay, that's all with Mystery Maze. Okay, Kinza, the next segment, it is called Insights for Impact. So today we're going to talk about intelligence, a person's intelligence. So yeah, we live in a world saturated with misconceptions and, stereotypes, right?
Right.
Moreover, one of the biggest misconceptions that we have is a person's intelligence, person's aptitude. We judge a person's intelligence by their qualification.
Yeah, totally.
A highly educated person is considered smart, considered intelligent, right? But not a farmer who does her job beautifully to feed us. Not a mother who has boundless love and patience. Not a cleaner who, cleans and sparkles our place and keeps it neat and healthy. And definitely not a driver who navigates flawlessly, right? But what we fail to realize is that there are 9 types of intelligence. So what I'm trying to say is every one of us, each one of us are intelligent in our own ways, right? You might not be book smart, but you are smart somewhere else.
Yeah,
like
right.
giving love by having the ability to have patience, by having the ability to do your job, any job that you have, the ability to do that job well, that's intelligence, right? That's your aptitude. But we don't see that. We just see someone with master's, someone with
Yeah.
PhD, someone doctor, engineer. We consider them intelligent, but that's not true, right? So yeah. And Kinza, I feel like you can feel this. You can feel whatever I said right now, right? So tell me your story.
So I did my primary and middle schooling in my only community school, that's Telegang Primary, which is then community and now it's primary. And I did my middle schooling in the Chinsamu Central School, which is now made to higher. And then from my first grade till 12th grade, I stayed as a boarding student. And then, yeah, and then we, like, as a boarding student, we don't often get to go home and stay with our parents. So the only period that we, like, the only time that we get to stay with our parents are during the holidays, like summer holidays and winter holidays. So whenever I go home, like whenever I went home, there would be my parents, you know, telling me, Kinzang, you should study hard. Like I have to perform well so that I can become a doctor or an engineer. Like for them, the only successful people are doctor and engineer. So this, you know, this really made me believe that, like,
Success, to be successful,
yeah, to be
you have
successful,
to be either doctor or an engineer.
engineer. So even at our school, when our teacher asks, like our colleagues or us, like what you want to become when you grew up, so the most common response would be, I want to become a doctor or either an engineer. So even our like seniors or elders would respond the same. So this really like made me believe, you know, like whenever we get this like repeated responses, we think that that's the truth.
Yeah.
So I really thought that this doctor and engineer were the only successful people. So since I was a boarding, like I was in boarding student, like we have that culture of turning the electricity by 9:30. So I was I was always found studying under the street light, and then I was really an active kid, you know, like a kid who participated in both academic
Very
and
hardworking.
yeah, and then like the most memorable thing is, you know, my name being called out during the award day. So and then in my middle school, I was quite performing, like not, I was performing in the art subjects like geography and history, but then not very good in science subject. Although I'm not good in science subject, I would be always found studying science because I have that in my mind that
Yeah.
I have to be an engineer or a doctor, I have to take science. To become a science student is not easy. Like I thought I have to work hard. So I really did work hard, and then I scored like 74% like in my
10th grade.
10th grade, and then I was qualified to study science. And then it was very competitive, like, you know, class. We had toppers from all regions.
Yeah.
And then I was one of those who were just qualified, like who just
Qualified for
qualified,
science.
yeah. And then it was really competitive class, and then at some point I had to question myself, will you able to do it, or what are you even doing here, you know?
Yeah.
And then at around the midterm, I realized I'm not very good at biology, so I dropped biology, and then it was quite better compared to with biology and without biology.
Mhm.
So I completed my 12th grade taking mathematics, pure science, and then to be honest, I aimed at CST. I studied aiming at CST, and then when the Big C finally like declared the result, and then, you know, we get admission calls. So I was really disappointed when I got no admission call from CST because I aimed like at CST and studied.
Yeah.
So I felt deceived. So I then realized that I'm not born to, you know,
Be an
fulfill
engineer.
be engineer and doctor, or
Yeah.
fulfill my parents' will. So then like I gave up on science, and I refused all like RUB scholarships on science. And then I had a sister who was studying in India then, so we used to FaceTime, and then when we call, she used to share about her experience in her university, and I got really fascinated by, you know, the experience she shared. And I then, you know, realized my strength. I wanted to do something that I love, not something, that like someone told me to do. I wanted to do something on my own, something I knew I would do better.
Yeah.
So then, I tried applying on, I tried applying in that university. It's called Ashoka University. And then, it was very hard process. For in Bhutan, like we just get call and then we go. But then like it's really difficult. I had to go through a lot during the process. Like, firstly, I had to write 3 essays. Yeah, it's 3, I guess. And then I had to do, Skype interview with them. And then I had to even do aptitude examination and on-the-spot essays. So that's just for the admission.
Oh my God, that's a really long and torturous
Yeah.
procedure.
But I didn't give up because I knew like that college was for me. Like I was really fascinated and I wanted to go there. So I really worked hard. So I started my college late comparison to my friends in Bhutan. So like only after a month I got confirmation, and then by then all of my friends, they were in college. So at around end of 2019, I went there. So my freshman year was quite like difficult for me because firstly cultural shock, and then cultural shock, and then second the language. The different thing is we have gender neutral washrooms, which we don't see in Bhutan. I mean, of course we have that in our like homes, but then not in institutes. And then one thing is like simple things like third gender option and the forms, like prefer not to say option. You have that in our college, but not here, right? So everything was new to me. Even the faces were new to me. So I had to go through a lot. But one thing I liked is that we get to choose our own courses. Yeah. Like despite my background, I have the option to study any of the courses I like. So I then decided to do something very new. Like I went for humanitarian. I took sociology and anthropology, but my interest in sociology and anthropology didn't stay the same. At first I thought I would really do better. I really wanted to do that. But then in the middle of my sophomore year, I guess, like I really wanted to do something new, like media study, video editing and photography. So I did side by side with my major courses. In my second term, I guess, of my sophomore year, like I gained some interest in visual arts, like painting and like sketching. So I did that. I did whatever I like.
You wanted to do.
Yeah. So I did that, and I have my friends who were telling that, will you be able to complete your courses because you're not like truly focused on your courses?
But then, laid out,
I was going. It's diverse. Like at some point, I had to question. Like I had that doubt in me, but then I didn't want to leave there. I thought, I'll be able to do it, even if I can't like graduate with them. I have like option to stay for another year. So I think wasting 1 year of my life isn't like much, because if I have to waste like 50 years of my life, then it's too much. So I thought that I will be able.
You're not even wasting, you're learning.
Learning, right? But then I thought I'll be able to do it, and then I didn't stop there. So I did it. I still do paintings and sketchings. So last month I attended one entrepreneur course. Like it's not even a course, it's a workshop, and I really like enjoyed it. And now I'm planning to do my postgrad in entrepreneur. Like I'm really going diverse, to be honest. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going somewhere.
You have different pictures laid out in front of you, right? So whichever you find, whichever attracts you, whichever you gravitate towards, whichever you find dazzling, you can stick to that. Or multitasking, it's a trend these days, right? So you're into sketches, you're into entrepreneurship, you're into anthropology and sociology. So these are all humanity related, right? Arts related. So you found your strength. You're truly going towards your strength now, right? Instead of focusing on being a science, doing a sciencey career, but this time you're doing something that you are passionate about. So that's good. I think that's really good, if you were to ask my opinion.
So now I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm on my way.
You'll get there. You'll get there because you're exploring. See, that's the most important thing. I think we have to explore. Oftentimes we are too terrified to get out of our comfort zones, right? Oftentimes we are too scared to explore. Right. But you, at 21 years of your life, you're exploring. You're doing various kinds of things, and you're seeing, if that suits me, if that suits me. So you'll get there. Trust me, you'll get there.
Thank you so much.
Exploration is the most important thing. That's how you discover, right? Without exploring, how do you discover? How do you find the things that are truly meant for you? It's very good to explore. Okay, I think it's a very inspirational story, Kinza, and like I introduced, you're a very opinionated girl. You have like strong opinions that also came with very huge, long history of rough lessons, right? Hard
Yeah.
lessons. You had to study hard from a very young age. You were diligent. You were focused, and you really tried to follow the majority. But then you learned at 20 years or something, right? I think you were 20 when you learned that.
19.
19.
Yeah.
Okay, at 19, see, that's really early. So at 19, you learned that following the mass is not always the answer. Mass is not always correct. Sometimes black sheep
Yeah.
is the right one, see? Because when there is a black sheep in the whole flock of
White
white
one.
sheep, we consider that black sheep to be wrong, but
Yeah.
it's not right oftentimes. When you follow the mass, it can lead you to the cliff sometimes. So when you take your own path, who knows? We have to, like the Robert Forst has said, we have to take the road not taken. It's very important to explore the road not taken, right? You have a very inspirational story, long way to go, all the power to you.
Thank you.
And I really wish you all the best for your future.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Kinza. The next segment, it is called Fun Facts. So in this segment, I would like to know 2 fun facts about Kinza Dema. 2 fun facts about you.
Yeah. So one fun fact is, I can't live without rice. I mean, I have to have rice in every meal.
Oh my God, that's so Asian of you.
Yeah, right. And then another one is, at this age, in this era, everyone like starting from, I have a niece who is just 4 years, and then she knows how to, use makeup like things.
Oh my
But
God.
me, I'm 21 and I still don't know. This is my first time wearing makeup. Like, if
You look good.
I had to go like ask someone to do that for me. From this show, I want to tell like the youths who are still struggling like me, I mean, not to follow others, follow your own dreams. Even if it's the rough notes of your life, you're going to learn from that. You'll enjoy that, and then at last you will have that satisfaction in your mind that I did what I wanted to do. Like do something that you know like you would do better. And then one thing is like, it is a trend in school that, looking down on arts and commerce students. I would really encourage that, not to do that, because we cannot judge other people by their qualification.
Thank you for coming on the show, Kinza. I had fun. That's all we have for you now. Thank you for making me a part of your day, and I'll see you soon. Till then, take care and be positive. Goodbye for now.